Hello midlifers, and welcome back to another vlog. If this is your first time here, I want to just say welcome. On this channel we talk about just all things midlife, so whether it's health, fashion, and just overall day-to-day lifestyle, this is your place to come to. So I just wanted to come on and introduce the vlog. On my last video, I hope you all enjoyed it. I took some footage of my time at the Tennessee Black Rodeo. So that was my first time there. I had a great time. And yeah, so this 4th of July weekend, I had the opportunity to go to Essence Fest. Yes, I made it a girls trip. Great idea to invite my mom. She's never been to anything like that, and so I was like, you know what, they're gonna have Patti LaBelle, Erykah Badu, Jasmine Sullivan, all of the, Jill Scott, all of the R&B ladies, and so I thought that would be a great opportunity for us to enjoy some music and take kind of like a short girls trip. So that's exactly what we did. We drove down. It's not too far from Tennessee, so we drove down. We got there Friday night. We stayed at the Indigo Hotel, so in this video you will see like a brief room tour. It was a very, very nice hotel. All of the hotel staff and the restaurant staff were amazing. They were so nice, so kind, so hospitable. And that's one of the things I do love about New Orleans. You're going to get that New Orleans, Southern hospitality everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. When I left that hotel, I felt like I was a cousin of all the staff there. So yeah. But it was really convenient. It was like, I would say 5 minutes from Canal Street, 10 minutes from Bourbon Street, like in walkable distance to everything. So it was a great location. It was located in the French Quarters. I don't know what end of the French Quarters, but just the part of French Quarters where you're close to Canal Street. That's all I can say. I've attended Essence one time before, and I stayed at the French Market Inn, which was also in the French Quarters, but it was closer to, I think it's that park is called like Jackson Walk or Jackson Square or something like that. It was closer to that end. So yeah, so Hotel Indigo was great. We had breakfast there. The breakfast was good. The grits were just tea, honey. They were good. Okay, I'm a sugar in your grits kind of girl. Don't judge me. Judge somebody else, okay? But I didn't have to put any sugar in my grits. They were so good, so creamy. It was cheesy, like a cheesy grit. It was the bomb, okay? And I had like omelets and different things like that, but it was so good. The food was good. And honestly, when I go to New Orleans, I truly probably go for the food and the hospitality. The essence is just like icing on the cake. So yeah, I did that. We didn't attend the concert on Friday night. We went to the Saturday night concert. Jill Scott was amazing. Okay, the mic was on and she was singing, honey, sung down. Okay, and Miss Erykah Badu, honey, she was in her little costumes or whatever, but she was giving backyard. She was giving, I don't know what she was giving. She was giving, she's a part of the We Do Not Care crew, honey, because she did not have her hair done. She had this little stocking cap situation going on, but she put on a show. Love Erykah Badu down. So that was great. And Davido performed. Davido, he is Nigerian American, I think. He said he was born in America, raised in Nigeria, came back to America. Anywho, he did a great job, and a lot of people were upset because I think they wanted more. They wanted Jasmine Sullivan to have more time performing her songs. Her songs felt kind of like rushed, more like a medley situation, but he had like a full set. So I don't know. But he did a great job and I enjoyed it. And we stayed all night. And then after the concert, it got out about 2, I think, 2:30-ish. And then they were having my girl, what's her name? Can't raise a man, he's already grown, what you gonna do? What is her name? You won. K. Michelle, honey. They was having K. Michelle outside at 2:30 in the morning performing. So, you know, when people say like, oh, Essence wasn't that good this year, I really feel like a couple things. We all know the climate, the political climate in the world. We already know the political climate in the United States, meaning we have a president in office that doesn't particularly care about having programs for minorities, i.e. DEI. Okay, so some of those big corporations that you would see at the convention center, you could tell this year they scaled way back. Okay, but my thing is, you know, they don't support, a lot of people aren't supporting Target. I have never been a big Target shopper, so I don't really have a dog in that fight. I'm not a Target shopper, never have been. So I do understand the importance of banding together as a person of color, minority, and supporting the companies that support us. And then I also understand that, you know, DEI has benefited us in some ways, and then a lot of ways it has benefited other minorities. So what I will say is that you could tell that a lot of the big corporations pull back on money, but I feel like before we had big corporations supporting African American brands and businesses, we had African Americans supporting African American brands and businesses. And so what I will say is I did see a lot of African American brands and businesses, like the Lip Bar. I don't know if Mael is still owned by an African American female, but she was a big brand that was there that I saw. You know, tons of smaller African American businesses were there. So I feel like, you know, we just need to support us, okay? And the brands that were there, the big brands that were there, AT&T was there, Target was there. They are still, I guess, a big sponsor of the event. Coca-Cola was there. Simply Lemonade, that was one I saw. I want to say Scott Towels or something. Like, there were some corporations that were there that were supporting. So, you know, so we need to just continue to support us. So if the big corporations don't ever show up, we should always show up for the brands and the businesses that look like us and that support us. So I did purchase a few things. I know a lot of people go there for the free items. I'm not one to stand in line for a lot of the free items. I purchased some perfume oil from a brand that was there. And I just basically went to have a good time, to, you know, have a good 4th of July girls trip weekend. My mom had a great time, honey. She just loved it. She was like, oh, I need to get out and do this every year. And, you know, it was just a good time, a really good time. And, so if you've never been to Essence Festival before, I think it's a great trip for a girls trip, a couples trip, whatever. It's just a good time to, embrace the fullness of the beautiful Black culture, music, food, sisterhood, and everything. You know, every woman I saw, and even men, you know, they compliment you on your outfits, honey. You're gonna get a compliment. You're gonna get a compliment on your hair. You're gonna get some young lady walked up to us and was like, what y'all doing tonight? My mom was like, you know her? And I said, I sure do not. But it's okay, because it's Essence, and, you know, we all family around here, okay? So, yeah, that's just kind of how the night went. We went on Bourbon Street. We went on Bourbon Street. We were going to go on Bourbon Street Friday night, and we started to go down there, but then it was so packed. Like, it was so packed. And there was like military trucks out, police sitting on top of the military trucks. And I said, you know what? We're going to turn around, because we will not be on anybody's news saying that a 70-some-year-old woman and a 46-something-year-old lady was trampled to death in New Orleans. Right. And you're not finna have me out here with my mama in the middle of Bourbon Street. So we just kind of hung out on Canal Street, did some people watching, and yeah, headed back to the hotel the first night. And then Saturday, we went to the convention center. You know, that's an all-day thing. And then we went over to the concert, and that's an all-night thing, honey. And Sunday night, we got up, we had breakfast, and it was time to go home. So yeah, if you haven't gone, please do go. Enjoy your time there, and like we did. We tried Neo's. There's like a Neo's Cafe. It's a Black-owned restaurant. It was full. Neo's Cafe was full. No reservations. They weren't taking any reservations. But Neo XL, which is more like as the girl at Neo's Cafe said, the wannabe bougie Neo. We went there to the wannabe bougie side. Okay. We had reservations there. And the food was delicious. I mean, it was delicious. All I really wanted was like oysters. My mom wanted gumbo. She had gumbo all week. To her, you know, she turned into a gumbo. I wanted beignets, of course. All the things that says you in New Orleans, baby. Okay. So anyway, so the beignets were great. We did go to Cafe Du Monde. We didn't get a chance to go over to Loretta's, but you know, I have to check out Loretta's next time, because they said her beignets are better than Cafe Du Monde's. But Neo's was awesome. Like we had some sort of like homemade yeast rolls, honey. And oh my God, if it was like Texas Roadhouse, I would have put about 8 of them in my purse. But you know, they wasn't doing that. So, but yeah, the yeast rolls were good. The gumbo was good. The oysters were good. So it's just awesome. Like, I just want to go back and have a weekend where I can just eat in New Orleans, because I just love the food that much. Like, it's so good. Yeah, so the food was good. The concert was good. All right, midlifers, gonna do a room tour. We stayed at the Hotel Indigo, and when you walk in, it's a nice room. It's right in the middle of everything. This is the bathroom. So it's cute. I like the gator picture. Nice walk-in shower. It's got the Subway towel. Zenology products. Never heard of them, but that's fine. And it's cute. It's modern, cute. Cute mirror. And here's the room. I love the wallpaper. It's kind of French provincial. Gives you that New Orleans vibe. And love the artwork. Got the Mardi Gras beads. You got the picture. This is kind of like a interpretation of music notes. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then you have the Cathedral of New Orleans. I think that's the one in Jackson Square. I'm pretty sure, because there is the statue of the guy on the horse. This one, I want to say it's a 18th century bodice of a dress, but then when you zoom in, it's pictures of people in the marketplace in what looks like maybe the 18th century, early 1900s. And then of course you got the wonderful jazz instrument. It is not a saxophone. It is not a baritone trombone. I don't know what that is. I have to Google it. But this is the room. Cute, cute, cute. And here's our view. Also cute. Some of the rooms come with balconies. This one didn't. They were sold out of the rooms with the balcony, but nonetheless, it's still cute, still quaint for a cute little girls trip. This is another view of the other window. So you have windows to the left, to the right, and a cute little seating area, which is cute because the rooms at Hotel Indigo are traditionally smaller, but this is an upgrade, so yeah. All right.
And I don't care what level of success people deem me at, I'm always gonna be myself.
And you talk about being who you say you are, but what's something that you've learned about yourself in the process, right? You've had growing popularity and now you have a global stage. I'm sure there's been a lot of learning lessons along the way.
I've learned I'm stronger than I think I am. I feel like in the beginning I wouldn't have imagined being able to take the criticism that I take and not allow it to bother who I am or my core. Because I'm sure y'all see the same things that I see. And I want y'all to know I do see a lot of it. I don't see all of it because it do be a lot. But I do see a lot of it. And me 3 years ago could have never imagined that I was able to stay steadfast and stay firm and what it is I feel like I'm on this earth to do. And other than that, I feel like I've learned, I got a little rhythm. If you used to follow me at the beginning, I didn't have rhythm at all. I couldn't catch a beat to save my damn life. But now I can dance a little bit. So I feel like that's something I've learned about myself.
Back for the points, make some noise! All right, they're coming back now, they're coming back now. All right, your next question is, what sport has the best trash talkers?
The culture code.
Is it basketball, football, boxing, or tennis? Now remember, this is according to the AT&T footprint. 20 seconds on the clock. What do you guys think? Basketball! Basketball? He says football. Okay.
Boxing.
5 seconds on the clock.
Okay, here we go. Shout out to AT&T one more time, y'all. Y'all show some love up in here. Y'all better show. We're gonna go with football.
He says, is it football? That's correct!
Y'all better show us some love. Pensacola, Florida in the house.
I love this guy. All right, let's go to the next category. You got some sense for the steal. That is correct!
Pensacola, Florida in the house.
This man said, this is my Mr. Fame, and I'm going to utilize it properly.
Shout out to AT&T in the house, y'all.
He's a walking infomercial. All righty, let's go to the next categories. I love this guy. You can choose from HBC, you know, Game Recognizes Game, or We Are the Culture. Which one do you choose?
We're gonna go with game recognized game.
Game Recognizes Game, all righty.
Marcus Anderson in the house. What's up, Marcus Anderson?
The first question is, who's the only athlete that played both the Super Bowl and the World Series? 20 seconds on the clock. He don't know the answer, he just telling the answers. He don't know the answer. 5 seconds.
Here we go. Shout out to AT&T one more time. Y'all, one more time. Prime time, Deion Sanders.
Is it prime time? Must be the money. Deion Sanders. You are correct for the point.
Here we go.
And the lead. And the lead.
I reckon that's
Huh? Okay.
And essence will happen because that's who we are. Give a big hand to Rich New Dennis for bringing us back. Why do we come? Because the essence of who we are is essential to what made this nation. We built this nation. We made this nation. We created the essential dollars that this nation lives off of. We don't care what bill they pass. We will not back up. We will not back down. We will not give in. We will not be chased out. We don't care who's in the White House. We're going to organize our house, house by house. We came over the Middle Passage. We survived slavery. We survived Jim Crow. Don't you give up now. Don't you turn back now. Stand up, black man. Stand up, black woman. Reclaim your dignity. Reclaim your place. So we stand with the Global Black Economic Forum. We stand with Essence Magazine because that's who we are. So don't give in now. Yes, it's some rough days, but we've been through rougher days than this.
$35 more. How y'all feeling? Well, I'm getting tired of this sitting down shit. I'm not used to this. So this area right here, they true blue motherfuckers, I see y'all. This area over here, y'all trying to think about it based on what they gonna do. These niggas right here gonna let ChatGPT get your ass whooped in here, this area in here. This area over here, they waving, that's my family members. Y'all say, hey, my family right over here, this area. This area right here, y'all need to be in the bed. These are children over here. Let me do a roll call right quick.